This video is going to use Smart Notebook 11, and I will explain a few of the new features in Smart Notebook 11. First is the crayon pen. Very simple to use. You just choose your pens, the pen toolbar opens, and you can choose crayon, whatever color you like, and you may color away. And the more you color in a certain spot, the darker it looks. It really does behave like a crayon. Alright, the next one is Creative Pen and Custom Stamp Image. You've been using the Creative Pens for years. You know the Creative Pen, the ever popular tie-dye and whatnot. There is a new one. There's a new default Creative Pen that's like a little tiny snowflakes. But the neatest feature, I think, is the Custom Stamp Image. You can turn on the Creative Pen, and then you can head over to the properties for it on the side here, and you can choose to use a custom stamp image. And you could select an object for that. I would like to select this cloud, and now a picture that I drew is now a Creative Pen. Or you can go back in there and you can choose a custom stamp image and browse. I would love to have a bunch of little tiny shark fins, maybe a ton of pirate ships or beach balls. Let's try these crabs. I think that might be fun. So now I have a little Creative Pen with a ton of little crabs running around. You can do it with any picture. I've done it with a face shot of my principal, and the students love to see their principal drawn all over the screen. They think it's fantastic. These two things really add a great fun factor and a little bit more wow to whatever you're doing. Now, the irregular shape fill has got to be the most requested feature from my students. The students absolutely love to draw pictures, but then once they've drawn a picture, they can't fill the shape that they've drawn themselves. Now you can. All you have to do is turn on the pens, and I'll choose a regular pen, and I'll just stick with black. I'll draw an example here. Okay, so I have my shape there, and I would like it to be filled. I'll choose fill, and I'll choose a color. I would like to make a beautiful orange flower. And there you go, I've filled the shape. I've only been able to defeat this shape fill one time, when I try and make a palm tree. So I turn on the green pen and I'll draw a palm tree. I don't know if it's the pointy edges or what it is, but when I draw a shape like this, I choose fill, and I'll choose some kind of a green. Now let's hope it doesn't make a liar out of me. There, it just made a liar out of me. Sometimes it just won't fill, so I'm not sure why it does that, but once in a while you'll have a shape that you just can't fill. Now let's talk about fading ink. I'm going to turn on the regular pen, and I'll just turn on red. If you go into properties and you can actually choose in fill effects to enable ink to fade after you write it. And then you can set a timer. If you want to be really cruel, you can write your directions in 2-second fading ink. If you want it to last a little longer, you could do it in 4. I'll do it in 2, just for speed here. So I want 2-second fading ink. And now when I write, everything I write will fade after about 2 seconds. And it is rather tough to write with a mouse. Sorry about the bad handwriting there. Fades pretty quickly after about 2 seconds. It does remind me a lot of the Magic Pen. However, with the Magic Pen, you know you can create a spotlight to move around the room, and you can also magnify things when you draw a square. So the Magic Pen has some other special properties. There you go. Those are the last 4 new features that I will be teaching you about in Smart Notebook 11.